desirable qualities. If you don't mind my obsession.
Yes, I grew up in Buenos Aires, but I'm very familiar with Mendoza. You know, our family owns vineyards there. Yes, very beautiful. You know, Madonna herself visited there when she was filming Evita. Beautiful woman, Madonna. Aging so well. I could arrange to have tours there if you'd like. Yes, Malbec, yes. You know, my family, that's all they make there. I could send you a case if you'd like. Oh, they'd love you out there. You have this, je ne sais quoi, a certain thing of... Absolutely. Kel Lynch's family owned and operated, but we focus on luxury. We work exclusively with 4- and 5-star hotels.
But I get rosy when I say goodbye. It's probably true that I wanna be known, but why do the work when I'm doing just fine? On my own. And I don't mind being alone. I'm doing fine, me on my own. And I don't mind being alone.
It's sharp haircut, none of this floppy stuff. Elliot's someone. You know what he said to me? He said that we were obsolete. That the internet sites would wipe us out. And that's the problem with your generation. You don't understand good customer service. Thanks for your help today.
Oh, it's nothing.
You know, I've always said that Kel Lynch would be yours one day. That's why when I say this thing that you won't like, and I don't like it either, you have to trust me.
In the Reversing Layers of Stars. So that's quite the title. And we'll break this down further.
Time zones.
Shit, what time is it?
Late.
I'm sorry. Can you talk for a sec?
Of course I'm freaking out. How can Bobby not pay you?
I guess speaking as the person that does the accounts, it makes sense.
Well, duh, if everyone could get away with just...
Not paying their staff.
I've been living here rent-free my entire life, and the business pays for a lot. It pays for the groceries.
You can't be okay with this.
I'm not. But I get it. No new clients, no money. And besides, Bobby says it's just temporary. I think he was hoping that maybe I'd find something part-time to do, for pocket money.
Well, there's this cute coffee shop, 2 blocks down from us. Hey, babe, was the White Hart still hiring last time you were there?
Possibly?
Charlie's friendly with the owner. She could totally get you an interview.
Why'd you say yes if you don't actually want to?
Writing the last book was easy. There was so much to say.
And this one?
I don't know. It's like I used up all my stories. Everything that made the last one more than just a list of city names. I'm literally doing the exact same thing. I am doing the exact same thing.
Sometimes you have to let things percolate.
Percolate.
And then there's this moment
When everything comes together.
Yeah, maybe that only works for astrophysics.
I don't think I can commute that far every day.
Bobby basically already admitted he doesn't need you.
Marisol.
Come stay here with me and Charlie.
I know it's not your favorite city.
but I've got the room.
I don't know.
Come on.
I'm starting to feel like an only child. You can still work on the book. I think a break could be really good.
A break from my 8-year break. Yeah.
I can't just leave him.
Well, what if I told you that I need you more than Papi, and that Charlie's been working overtime, and I could really use some company at my infusions, and when my hands act up, I need help packing Etsy orders. And if this Kellench thing really is only temporary anyway, then you would just come and stay with us until Papi can pay you again.
I guess if I wouldn't be in the way,
it would be so great. You could get some space and finally get to do what you want for once.
I'll talk to Papi.
And I'm trying to read what you want from me.